Look for the questions. Look for the answers. Look for the resistances and the struggles and the internal sufferings that you have to deal with, given your social positioning, because environment trumps biology. We have to learn to play the environment's game, that being the protocol, the rules, the power that confronts us before we can look outside the box for some answers, some solutions, some tactics, some strategies that gets us through the night. And I agree with Mr. Sinatra when he says religion is a bottle of Jack, and whatever gets you through the night, baby, it's as simple as that. Who loves you, babe? You have the responsibility, 100%, without excuse, without remedy, without relief, for the care of your own existence. And that's why I protest all the bullshit I see around me in the name of the individual, in the name of the inauthentic individual who has to work out his own authenticity, his own meaning, his own existence from that inauthenticity. And what do I mean by that? Bad and good lie on a continuum. There's not a break where it was good and then it's bad, and it was bad and then it's good. It's continuum. And a lot of the things we call good or rewarded come out of bad. The bad being the greed principle, which rules everything. What's in it for me? It trumps everything. You have to appeal to your social opponent, and you have to size him up. What am I getting myself into? Do I have the facilities, the capacity, the will, the intestinal fortitude to stand up to what I'm facing? Where am I looking for my answers? And better yet, not answers, questions, better and better questions. How am I self-interrogating and prosecuting myself so I can forge, win, fight for, go out on the quest to become the captain of my own ship, truly the master of my destiny. Not a date with your destiny, Tony Robbins style. I'm not talking about any slick marketing schema to make a buck, to cover over very complex, convoluted, difficult issues that an individual faces within the alienation, the confines, and the limitations of his own individuality. Nobody can help you there. You have to look in the mirror on a cold winter night. 18 degrees out there. The wind is blowing and you're going to be standing all night out in that cold. And you're going to be asking yourself under pressure, under extreme stressors, who am I? What capacities do I have to bring up against powerful, dictatorial reality the environment. And it doesn't end it. That's outside you. That's the other social actors. That's the environmental situation. But then there's an environment inside you. Freud got it right. It's called a superego. And the superego has its tentacles, has its outreach into the id, the hot genital strivings. And Sinatra says the winner is the one who ends up with all the marbles. What could that be? What could that possibly be? Well, it doesn't take much of a genius to figure out. Sinatra means money, and he means sexual confirmation, and he means ego confirmation. All the things Tony Robbins stands for, too. If you look deep and you look hard underneath the surface of the show. But of course, nobody wants to claim that bad. They want to brace it, but they brace themselves. They brace the good is empowered by that bad. I'll put it very simply. Who foots the bill? I had an uncle. I said this before in the messages. An uncle. An uncle. A bullshit uncle. Who never was an uncle. And he said to me, after I came to him for a man-to-man talk, more bullshit, man-to-man talk. If you have to go to another man for a man-to-man talk, you're in a world of hurt, my friend. A world of hurt. Nobody has your answers. Nobody has your care. Each has their own. Each is only interested in themselves. There we go back to that greed principle again, and that's fundamental. Everything's based on that. I'm certain of that beyond a shadow of a doubt. Now, of course, the good is predicated on that question, and Uncle was right. Here I am talking that son of a bitch. I came to him for advice at a man-to-man. He's supposed to know all because he's got all the money. And if you have money, like they say in Fiddler on the Roof, you must know something. Otherwise, how could you become a rich man? You must be able to give advice. And of course, this fool is inflexible. He thinks he knows. Anyway, here's the advice. Sonny, who foots the bill? Here I am talking to that son of a bitch about some things that are very important. Can't get a date. Sexually frustrated. No personality, no appearance. And issues of that ilk that are predicated on phenotype, that are predicated on temperament, that are predicated on constitutional factors, that are predicated on not being prepared to fight like hell in this world out there on your own self-resources for whatever it is you want. And not have to come to anybody for your questions and your answers. But you have to know how to learn. You have to know how to interrogate your opponent and learn from him, and then use him as a mirror, use his criticism, his mockery, his insensitivity and stupidity as a mirror up to yourself, and come up with your own better and better questions, and fight like a devil dog down for your own answers. But the answer to the question that he gave was stupid, it was superficial, and Uncle wanted to get rid of me. That's what he wanted to do. But there was a lot of truth in what he said. Who foots the bill? And when you stop it, step back and take and think about it, that's the only question that matters. somebody has to pay the bill. Who foots the bill? And I don't mean it monetarily, though it ends up that way. I mean it emotionally, in terms of the decisions, and ultimately in terms of your meaning. Who foots the bill? Let the discussion start.